Reigning PWBA Rookie of the Year, Daria Payok, has achieved quite an accomplishment here in St. Petersburg. Sitting outside the top 24 elite field, she needed to qualify to get into this event. Not only did she do that, she's the #1 seed for the TV show tonight. St. Petersburg, Florida features some of the nation's most beautiful beaches. Here, it's all about fun in the sun. Inside Seminole Lanes, we are down to our final 5 of the world's best bowlers, all competing for a tour title and prize money at the Pepsi PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. This is Dave Ryan alongside PWBA superstars Kelly Kulick and Shannon O'Keefe. Stepladder bowling tonight with a Weber International influence. Former collegiate teammates Diana Saviolyova and Verity Crawley start the show. Rookie of the Year favorite Jordan Richard, the #3 seed. 2018 U.S. Open Women's Champ Liz Culkin sits at #2. And Daria Payok, another Weber grad, is the top seed. Daria now joined by Shannon O'Keefe.
Daria, you had to bowl the PTQ on Thursday to even get into this event, and now you find yourself as the tournament leader. Tell me what your key to success was.
I was a little bit disappointed on myself that I did not make it to the point. So I knew I was going to bowl the PTQ. I was not just going to stay home and watch the scores. And I knew I had to give my best to make it to the tournament, and that's what I did. And I'm just so happy to be here now.
All right, Dave?
Shannon, thanks so much. Daria is ready as the top seed. Kelly Kulick, as we break down these young guns tonight.
Yeah, you talk about pistols, Dave. These young ladies can definitely fire from their hand, releasing that ball. Look at Daria Payok, the leader, at 25. Liz Culkin, 24. Jordan Richard, 22. She was the second youngest to win a PWBA title since the 2015 season kicked back. And obviously Diana being the oldest, 27 in the 5th place position. She's going to go against Verity Crawley, another young gun and future star of this tour.
Average age on our show tonight, 24.4 years old. These are young, up-and-coming superstars on the PWBA Tour, and we are ready for bowling in St. Petersburg, Florida. Crawley and Saviolyova, former college teammates at Weber International. Babson Park, Florida, less than 2-hour drive from here. 3 of the 5 on the show from Weber. The Warriors, well represented, as is Latvia tonight. A lot of international flavor on our show as well.
Yeah, definitely highlighting some world phenom bowlers right now with Diana and Verity kicking off this first match.
Underway from St. Pete. 2-time Queen's champ misses the pocket and only knocks down 6.
Verity was the higher seed, so she chose to go second, meaning she'll finish the match, and any pressure that might succumb will come to Diana in that 10th frame. She was a little shaky in practice in ball reps with only about 2 or 3 minutes left to remain. She goes, I'm not lined up yet. Very high scoring pace. There were a lot of strikes thrown. Can't miss too much this week.
That's interesting to me. A lot to knock down here. Didn't like it at all in the release, but does get the tap on the 8 and picks it up. There's a smile. Why do you think she wasn't comfortable and lined up?
Well, we're bowling in the same center. We're just using on a different pair. The back end seemed to be a little bit cleaner. There's more reaction when the ball sees the end of the pattern. So I think the ladies had to start a little bit deeper than they did during the first few games in qualifying.
4 seed, Verity Crawley starts her night.
Ring 10 for Verity.
Good shot. Native of England. Also an assistant coach at SCAD, the Savannah College of Art and Design in Savannah, Georgia. First year completed doing that. Told us today she really loves being a collegiate assistant coach.
Yeah, about 29 hours a week of work. But yet as soon as you start adding those collegiate events on the weekend, she said it turns into be about a 50-hour week.
Has her 10 pin, has her mark. All right, Kelly, what are the bowlers, you included, you finished 11th this week, competing on our Future for the Sport lane pattern?
Yeah, thanks so much, Dave. The pattern this week was not given to the ladies in practice sessions as it's been in the past, but as you can see by the numbers, 40 feet, high volume. So you have the straighter players playing further outside, and I'm using red with our great monitor right now, but the hook players allowed for the ball to go more left to right. So hence why so many stronger hook players are on the show tonight, allowed for stronger rev rates, more area to miss a little bit down lane. hence why the 5 ladies are on the show.
4-7 here for Verity.
And as they're bowling, Dave, I'm really paying attention to where they're sliding at the foul line. What board will tell me where their laydown point is, how deep inside the arrows they're crossing, and it can really show you where most of the ladies slid about 10, 11, 12 in game 1. You'll see how much the lanes have broken down so much in practice.
Former teammates head-to-head. And a 4-7 picked up by Verity Crawley. 3 times a runner-up on tour, but not a champion yet. She has come so close, including a 2-pin loss to Shannon O'Keefe this year. Sonoma County Open, one of Shannon's 2 titles. Saviolyova. Looks like she feels better this time. A little struggle on that first shot. That's got to hurry, and again misses the pocket.
Yeah, you can tell she just doesn't feel confident, and she loves bowling on TV. This is what she lives for. This is what her career is about and what she wants to do to be in this moment right now. Let's see where she's sliding. She moved a little bit further right, about 18. 11 at the arrows, way right. Board 4 at the break, not even at the break point, slightly past it. And she leaves the washout. The 1-2-8-10.
Washout trying to cover. Not easy. Won't do it. 10-pin up. Open frame for Diana.
Yep.
Who last year won the Queens in Baton Rouge. Also earned their Queens title in suburban Vegas.
Yeah, she's coming off a high season. But to me, I think she might just be in a little too weak a ball right now. Might be a ball change coming up. Or she has to definitely move further to the right and get closer to the friction. See what her adjustment is on this one.
Groove. She liked it, and some help. Across the deck, just misses the 10-pin. Single pin conversion attempt coming up for Diana. Just turned 27 years old last week. The elder statesman of the show. At 27,
Yes.
Imagine that.
See right here, she's still sliding about 20, 13, 14. Actually went deeper. Didn't get it quite as far right down the lane. As you can see, she kept it much tighter. Weak 10-pin.
Doesn't look comfortable with her footwork. And that's something she mentioned on our pre-match interview with Kelly today. She's worked a lot on from last year to this year.
Yeah, if you recall some TV shows of Diana, she's really great about using her legs. Long steps in the beginning, but she's actually made her steps a little bit shorter, gets the ball in the swing so fast. And they call that lag when the ball just hangs up at top, but as she gets on her toe right there, you can see she's just a little bit out of timing. And we're in Florida. Sometimes the humidity plays a factor into the actual approaches.
All 10 back to Verity Crawley. Just to see a strike at this point, I'm sure for either bowler's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, she's got really good ball motion right now. It's almost like there's a suction cup to the 1-3 pocket. Diana averaged 227 for the 22 games. Verity Crawley 235. There really was a gap between the 4th, 5th, and so on down the line for the top 12 young ladies.
Fourth frame to go up by 23, looking for a double. That's got to hurry, and again, missing that 1-3 pocket. 210, difficult split coming up.
Yeah, the left lane, the ladies are much deeper on the left lane than they are on the right. And by looking at the reaction, I must feel as if they're hooking in the front. She's sliding 22, way right down the lane, board 3. By the time the ball wants to make a turn, it just loses too much energy, can't get back from there. 210 split.
It's a challenge. Takes out the 2, leaves the 10, open frame. For the 2-time national champ at Weber International. British Player of the Year, tremendous accolades for Team Great Britain. The same for Saviolyova for Latvia. Longtime member of that national team. Diana told us pre-match they didn't bowl against each other in competition in terms of placement on the team for Randy Stoughton. but they know each other very well. And great friends. Competitors today, a strike for Diana, much needed.
Yep, she catches the swishy strike, as I call it. A little mix-up. Over-under.
Warriors represented tonight here.
Right there. Yeah, I have to point out, there's Randy Statman over here. You have JJ, John Janowitz, who was our lane man from Kegel this week. And as you can see, Verity, Daria, Diana, all three of those ladies sitting right next to each other.
She'll take a swishy strike, right? Anything at this point.
I call it swishy, swooshy, any way you want to call it. They all fall down. Back on the left lane.
Trying to find a groove here in that 1-3 pocket. Better looking shot, all 10 back. And a fist pump for the demonstrative Diana Saviolyova. She told us pre-match she just loves the emotion and energy of the TV show, the lights, commentators, the drama of the moment. And we saw her collegiate coach Randy right behind her a moment ago. He's got a front row seat to watch 3 of his bowlers compete here tonight. Verity Crawley.
Nice 10 straight back, Dave.
Great shot.
Seems very comfortable bowling on TV. Watch right there. Doesn't get it quite so far right. Board 5 there, the pattern ends right there. So when you look at the end of the pattern right at the indicator, ball wants to change direction just about 3 to 4 feet past it. And as you can see, it's like that suction cup I talked about, just sucking back to that 1-3 pocket.
To the 6th. Try to take a lead. And double wood 2-8 will not stay consistent from lane to lane.
Both ladies sliding much deeper on the left lane, not about 2 or 3 boards difference. Again, I feel like they see more hook in the front, and most women all week long tend to go to higher RG bowling balls, actually with some shine on it. And as we're told as bowlers to play front to back, we actually kind of got the ball to boom off the spot, really change direction in the back portion of the lane.
Got to cover the double wood, which she does. 2-8 down, spare complete for Verity Crawley. Great match with Diana Saviolyova. Head-to-head in St. Pete. We're underway. PWBA on CBS Sports Network. Pristine beaches, beautiful scenery. St. Petersburg, Florida. And a great crowd. SRO, Kelly Kulick, to watch this action tonight. You bowled today, as we talked about, a top 15 finish for you. Tremendous enthusiasm for the sport here.
Oh, it's great here. It's a sold-out, packed house. Let me tell you what I witnessed all week long was everybody has their favorites, but here at this bowling center, Seminole Lanes, they are fans of good bowling. The future for the sport is bright, and it was intense with the applause all night long, especially with Daria, 299, 299.
Saviolyova trying to stay in the groove.
2-8 left on the deck.
2-8 again. Seen that a couple times and a lead for each. That was to try to go up by 19 pins.
Yeah, watch right here. She's holding the ball higher. Shorter first steps. She really worked on her footwork. 12 to about 8, trying to keep it tighter down the lane. But here's the end of the pattern, so the ball should really start shaping up and change direction. But as you can see, it just doesn't get there. So that tells me maybe a stronger ball, or have to try to get right to it.
Crawley was able to cover that 2-8. Same for Diana. Let's go back to Shannon.
Both of these ladies in practice saw that this pair had a lot more back-end motion than the qualifying pairs. So they both have chosen to start with balls that they threw in the 3rd and 4th game in qualifying. And it has forced them to be a little bit further left, but they have to make sure that they manage their speed. If they get it going too far right too quick, it's going to wiggle out on them. So we may see stronger balls in play soon.
Thanks for that note, Shannon. That's exactly what I'm seeing myself. If they feel like they can't move right with their feet because the ball picks up too soon, they're going to have to go further left and go to a bigger ball.
7-frame tight match, all 10 back. Diana Saviolyova from Latvia.
Great shot by Diana. Her footwork's underneath her. You see she posted the shot. Doesn't get it quite as far right, so the ball's really trying to shape up there, change direction. I really like those indicators from 44 to 47 feet. You really see where the ball must change direction to pack the 1-3 and split the 8-9.
Is this the day for Verity Crawley to break through? Runner-up for Rookie of the Year last year to Daria Payok, our #1 seed here tonight in St. Petersburg. Fountain Valley last year, runner-up. Lost to Daria Payok and a heartbreaker for her. Great for Daria. Was a Rookie of the Year last year at the Granite Detroit Open. And we mentioned Sonoma County in 2018. She has been so close. Here, a close match with her former collegiate teammate and close friend, Diana Saviolyova. Three to cover, does it, has her spare. Adam Shine brings his unmatched enthusiasm to a whole new level on his nightly show of strong opinions and high energy. It's time to shine, weeknights at 6 Eastern only on CBS Sports Network.
High energy and opinionated? I like it.
From a Syracuse grad? Never.
I'm tuning in.
To the 8th. Good shot. Bump on the 9. How does it stay up? Stands. Amazing.
Hit it twice trying to knock it over, and it just wiggled. Entry angle is just sharp off that spot. Looks sliding 20. 8. Watch as it goes through. Keeps going left. Try to knock it over. It's a 4-pin. Ah, and you can see her reaction.
Yeah, she thought twice she had it. There's the mark, no problem there. Barry told us pre-match that she's got to be herself. This A game, something we'll talk about in a moment, Kelly, that got her this far. It's being able to move left, as you talked about, breaking down the lane pattern. That's the way she plays when she's on top of her game. She's got to be Verity Crawley.
Absolutely.
Try to imitate what other people are doing when they're having success.
It's easy to get caught up here on tour because you see the ladies that are having success and averaging so high. You try to get the same picture shape. You might change your hand to do what they're doing, and you forget what you do really well.
Diana has that 2-8 again. We've seen that frequently tonight in this first match.
Yeah, when the ball's not picking up again, so she looks like she's trying to get a little bit softer with her speed, still chasing it further left inside. She's got great leverage at the foul line. Arm swing comes in front of her. Definitely tighter in front of her, but again, the ball just wants to push down the lane, almost like the lane is downhill and it's fighting to get back up.
It's a grind-out match, only 5 strikes between them. Every shot's a big shot. Covers nicely.
She's only got 11-pin lead, but look who's coming up in the next match. Jordan Richard, again, the second youngest to win a tour title since the relaunch in 2015, and she is going to meet the winner of this match. I'm wondering if she's practicing in the sidelines or watching a little bit of the match, since the lanes seem to be a little bit more low scoring than they were in qualifying and that last round of 6 early this morning.
Third seed won the 2018 PWBA Greater Harrisburg Open in Mechanicsville, Pennsylvania. Looking for tour title #2 on the season. Saviolyova misses the pocket again, and look out, this is going to be a difficult conversion to 410.
Left lane's been kind of tricky for both ladies. Deeper at the arrows, as you can see, just way wide right down the lane. Just no recovery. That was a hook spot for earlier across all ladies today.
Tough spare. Trying to cover. Chops that 4. 210 up. A great opportunity here for Verity Crawley.
Yeah, she needs a mark here in the 9th frame just to keep her lead going, kind of catch up. She's only up by 4.
She told us today she has to stay patient. Got to be herself at every moment. Here is a big test moment. Foundation frame, going for a win. 7-10. Bad luck.
Coming down to the wire. Not the scores we've seen during qualify, I have to tell you, Dave. Sliding 20. She also gets it wide right down the lane, as you can see. Ball's just trying to get back, and unfortunately, that's something all the players saw this week, was the week 7-10. Try to bounce it.
Instead, misses the 7.
Interesting, Dave. Interesting. Only a 10-pin lead for Diana going into the 10th frame. Everything depends on what Verity does here on the left lane. Last time up, she left that 9-pin, made it wiggle, couldn't get it to fall down. She strikes out here, she'll shoot 178 and forces Diana to at least double in the 10th and get a stick to win by 1. So let's see what comes down to this 10th frame.
She told us this season has been a roller coaster for her. A lot of highs and lows. She would love to create a high here in a big match. Better shot with the 10-pin up there.
Wow. All right, so spare here gives her 158. If she strikes, she'll shoot 168. That means Diana will have to mark and get 1 for the win. Coming down to the wire, and to think, Dave, we all averaged 226, 224. Not typical of the scores that we saw this morning, and certainly not typical of what we saw last night. But I have faith these ladies are going to figure it out. We're going to see some big numbers coming up. Here's the catch: because all these young ladies have higher rev rate, they all started further left. So all the straighter players that helped them out during the week of trying to break down the track, we're just not seeing that recovery in the middle portion of the lane where the ball starts to slow down and shape up. They need to do it with their hand, their ball speed, or even a bigger ball, stronger ball. Straight there, Dave. As you say, 10 in the pit, 168. So
Saved your best for last.
Yep.
That might have been her best shot of the match. Now, Diana's got a chance.
She's been struggling on each lane. She needs a mark and 1. A mark and 1. Spare 1.
Nothing's guaranteed tonight. Saviolyova trying to sew this one up. Gets 10 back and gets a victory. What a time for a strike for the star from Latvia.
Yeah, she's only struck once on that lane the entire match. You can see she doesn't get it far right. This is when, I hate to have the comparison, Dave, but she's going fishing. Let's take a look at a different ball. She's going to make a ball change here in the 10th frame. Yep, she's going to ball up here. Same part of the lane. See if it gives her more mid-lane reaction or mid-lane roll.
Can I go with that pin? I can go? I'll go if I can.
There's a little dead wood there. One of the pins there to the side of the 10 that distracted her a little bit. She wants to make sure she can legally go without any kind of scoring issues.
Yeah, ruling in the past, if the pin is dead in the gutter, a chance for pins to bounce off of it and knock others out would be considered a dead ball or a dead frame. If it's moving in the back, it's not in play. So Diana was smart to do that. That's following the PWBA rules.
It's cleared. We're ready. Test shot here for the next match. And Jordan Richard, the 3 seed. Diana will take on Jordan in the next match. Jordan won in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania earlier this year and would love to have another victory. She's got a big points lead for Rookie of the Year. Saviolyova has 2 majors on her resume. Should be a great second match. From St. Petersburg, Florida, it's the PWBA Tour on CBS Sports Network. Great bowling still on the way tonight. Welcome back to the 2018 Pepsi PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. Seminole Lanes on CBS Sports Network. And Brian Kelly Kulick and Shannon O'Keefe with you tonight. 185 to 168 win. In match 1, KK for Diana. It was a grind out. Not easy, but she got the job done.
It was. I think Verity had the better ball reaction, but Diana persevered and made it up the hill. Needed to strike and make the mark when she needed it in the 10th frame, but she's going up against Jordan Richard. And in the wings are Liz Kulkin and Daria Payok.
So we talked about our colleague tonight, Shannon, having a big lead in the points race for Player of the Year. Jordan has a big lead for Rookie of the Year in the points race. I would like to add a second title. Well, it's been a tremendous year. Former star at Arkansas State. Crossing over, almost went Brooklyn. Baby split instead on the 310.
Wow. That's all I have to say about that is wow. Definitely further left inside of where Diana was. She's got higher rev rate, more of rotations off her hand, so she's going to be further inside of Diana. But she left the 310. Chose to start, so she must like the right lane a little bit better or wants that pressure to finish the game.
Not easy cover and just gets the 10. So an early open. Jordan Richard. Team USA this year for the first time. Also Junior Team USA in the past. Now Saviolyova steps up. Had that test ball at the end of her win against Verity Crawley.
Looks like she's going to stick with it. This first frame, game number 2, match number 2.
Well, a better ball reaction in this second match. Leaves a 7-pin.
That's interesting. Weak 7 pin, the pin just kind of went right to left instead of straight back. Let's see, where she's sliding 20, 13, about 5, 6. See the ball deflects a little bit. It was really slowing down trying to get there. Weak 7, plastic ball for the spare. No problem for Diana.
Any player rolls a 300 game during our telecast night will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
There's some good chances out there, Dave. I said Liz Culkin, Verity both had 300s. Dari had 2 299s. There were a lot of 279, 289 games. Very high scoring pace.
Diana's going to have to match up the numbers a little bit, get going. And that's a great looking shot. All 10 back. 60 feet to success for Saviolyova, her best shot of the night.
Yeah, about 13, 14 again. 6, 7. See how the ball just railroads the 8-pin. Good reaction from Diana. She really liked it. Now just get lined up on the right lane. We'll see how the match goes along. Jordan, right lane.
Gets a bump on the 4, and down it goes. Former All-American and National Player of the Year at Arkansas State.
Jordan's one of my Team USA teammates. We had camp the first week in July. 5-step approach, heel toe, very powerful. She has a high backswing, but look at her head, look at her eyes, just kind of looking down at the lane. Great focus, left arm is nice and relaxed, and one of the things she worked at camp is getting a little bit deeper knee bend and where that trail leg goes. If the trail leg is down on the ground, it's going to be a good shot. If it pops up, she pops up with it. 237 average for 22 games.
Third frame.
Ooh.
Bring in 10 pin.
Good adjustment.
Shot. It was. Jordan from the Tipton, Tecumseh, Michigan area. It's just outside Ann Arbor. And yes, she is a big Wolverine fan, of course.
It's enjoyable to watch her roll the ball down the lane. Another thing in common with these women is their axis rotation isn't as high, so the ball really slows down smoothly. Seeing the pattern from front to back. Spare ball for the 10 pin.
Takes care of it. As she told us pre-match, she really didn't expect this kind of breakout year so soon, only 22 years old. And a big advantage that we talked about for Rookie of the Year and for a second title this season. Early success. Got to enjoy it, right? Appreciate every moment.
Absolutely. I think she was in tears in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania when she won her first title. See what emotion she has tonight.
Saviolyova by 21 and misses that pocket again. Really challenging. 4-6-7.
Yeah, 4-6-7. Looks like she closed down her angle in front of her, kept it more in front of her. 4-step approach. She worked on a crossover step. Ball kind of, so we call that lag. They call that lag at Kegel, where the ball just kind of floats up in the air there. Shorter first 3 steps, but yet still maintains that long slide on slide number 4. Open frame, though. One of the key characteristics about Diana's game, as you've seen in the past, she's always had a long extended push away, get the ball out far in front of her, and really utilizes her legs so well, runs to the foul line, and maintains her balance and leverage as strong as anyone can. Now she's a little bit softer, allows her hand to roll around the ball a little bit more for it to shape sooner.
Trying to simplify her footwork. That's what she told us pre-match. Was a big key to her success. Gets in that 1-3 pocket, and just 1 pin now, the 2 for her spare try.
Watch on the delivery. Sliding 21-2, but see how far right wide the ball goes down the lane? I mean, really, really wide, where before she's over here. I'm not sure. She said one of her tendencies was she would kind of manipulate the reaction based on what she saw and develop some bad habits physically.
Has her mark. Mentioned long-time Team Latvia player. Now calls Austin, Texas home. She just loves it there. Great music, art scene, just about everything going on in Austin.
Yeah, she said she could live there, actually. She really enjoys it so much.
Richard in the 4th. Knocks down 9.
9 up strip 4-pin. Even ball game, folks. You can tell she's further inside or further left of Diana. The firmer ball speed, definitely higher rev rate. She should be able to create more area.
This is her first national TV show. 4-pin up, down it goes. There's the mark. And she said she would be nervous. It's not easy. First time under the bright lights. Speaking of TV, some upcoming shows. Kelly won't be by my side because she'll be on the show.
You know,
So
Dave,
will Shannon.
it's getting better. It's getting better. BowlerX.com, Twin Cities in Minnesota next Saturday. Then we're headed to Ohio, Columbus Open. From there, we'll go to Plano, Texas for the Kulick AMF Players Championship. And then, as you know, Dave, the top 16, the road to Richmond. Coming up in September, the PWBA Tour Championship.
Shannon O'Keefe, defending champ.
Yep.
Can't wait to go back to Richmond in September. Gonna be a lot of fun. All 10 back. Good shot there for Jordan Richard. You learned a lot about her game in Team USA camp, didn't you?
I did. It was fantastic bowler. I mean, she's able to play straight. She's able to play inside and out. You can see she's deeper here. The right lane, it wants to check up just sooner. Wants to push about an extra foot or 2 on the left lane. But she gets the ball back enough to knock down all 10.
All square. What a match. Saviolyova responds with a 10-pin. Good looking shot.
Yeah, she said she worked on her footwork, but like even in step number 2, it just looks a little hesitant. Whereas before Diana, maybe she got a little bit sporadic with the steps, the size of them, and the direction, but it was a little bit more fluid. Something she really focused on and worked on during the 4-week break. She practiced a lot, unlike some of the other ladies that kind of took some time off to let the candle burn out and then restart it fresh again.
Watch out. Misses the 10. A rarity. See that kind of mistake, missing the single pin conversion. Game changer.
Looks like she's going to make another ball change. Yep. Going to the ball pen. She's going to make another ball change.
It's happened a couple times tonight.
It has. And it's kind of the right thing to do. She's not really carrying one way or the other. So you have to take the risk in order to receive the reward.
Down it goes. Late tap means a strike. Coming off the open frame and keeping things very interesting here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Saviolyova hoping for help on the 10. Down it goes. Halfway home, great match. Match number 2, Richard Saviolyova. 12-pin difference currently. Our number 4 seed, Verity Crawley. Tough match with Saviolyova, joined now by Shannon.
Verity. In the opening match, we saw scores that most certainly did not resemble the scoring pace throughout the week. What do you think the difference was?
I think the fact that these lanes had never been bowled on before, that has a lot to do with it. I mean, we had so many games bowled on the previous lanes, so I think that was really... It all came down to ball motion in the end, but I think that definitely makes a difference.
Thank you. Dave?
Shannon, thanks so much, and great to hear from Verity tonight. Coach Stott, 2017 NAI Women's Bowling Coach of the Year, multiple national championships for the Warriors. Babson Park, not far from Lake Wales, center of the state. A bowling powerhouse. Weber International, 3 of the 5 on our show tonight from Weber.
Yeah, Dave sitting beside him was, I think, Katie Thornton. She's the head coach of SCAD, the one that Verity co-assistant coaches with her.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
It's great. Good representation from the coaches here. Jordan Richard, 4-pin, good-looking shot in that 1-3 pocket.
Yeah, I went to the break and I talked to Ebonite's ball rep Sean Ryan there, and we both kind of see the same thing, just kind of balling up to a bigger ball, moving further left and using it as hold in front. You can see right here, sharp, a little bit sharp off the spot. Leaves a 4-pin again, but again, a makeable spare. She seems to be controlling the pocket very well between both players.
There's the mark, 4-time All-American at Arkansas State, 3-time Player of the Year, and Rookie of the Year in her conference and nationally as well. Had a great collegiate career.
So with her degree, Dave, I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, pro bowler. I'm bowling on tour. That's what I'm doing the next few years.
That's all she wants to do right now.
22 years old, and I mean, look at her now. She's going to be a future Hall of Famer, and 15 years from now, she'll be a veteran out here on tour, mentoring the young ladies behind her. So,
strategic communications and marketing, I think, was the degree she has.
Social media is one of her main areas that she works with.
7th frame for Jordan. Big shot, ringing 10-pin.
Wow, really hitting the 1-3 very consistently. Now 4 pins, ring 10s, ring 10. She's right there. Now just a little bit of manipulation with her hand. But you can see, great ball roll. 6-pin goes horizontal. Ringing 10 wraps itself right around. Stands alone. Cross lane for the spare.
Looking for a second career title. Watch out. And a whiff on the 10. We've seen that a couple times, haven't we?
Yeah, both players struggling with single pins when I don't think I saw him miss one during qualifying in that last round of 6 this morning. So just lacking a little confidence right now. Strikes aren't stringing. They were earlier. Now we're trying to manipulate, make something happen, be themselves, roll the ball.
Top seed in Vegas, and Diana told us pre-show she was so disappointed not to win there. Trying to climb the ladder. Here's tonight at St. Pete, gets a late tap on the 7th. Down it goes. Want to see future bowlers of the PWBA.
Dave, you and I were both there, and every match came down to the 10th frame. It was fantastic to watch these young athletes at their best.
Future stars of the sport, and some young stars on display here tonight.
Okay.
Saviolyova wants carry, gets it, and all 10 back, crunch into the pit. Nothing but shrapnel after that shot in the 1-3 pocket.
I think that's our first turkey of the night, Dave. Definitely the right change. She takes the risk of going to a different bowling ball, and right now it's paid elusively off for her. Definitely 3 in a row, finding finally some momentum in this match.
With that turkey, a 20-pin lead. Now Jordan's got to respond. There's no time to waste in the 8th.
Can she trip the 4? No. Makes the move after going back-to-back 4 pins on the right lane. Ball tends to skid a little bit longer, leaves a light 2-pin. Watch right here. She was sliding about 24. Now she's 26, so a 2-in-1 move, 16 at the arrows. Just a little further right down the lane. Doesn't have enough oomph to get back. Single pin, 2-pin. Going to hook at it for the spare.
Got that. 2-time Michigan State High School bowling singles champion. Great high school career. We talked about what you did in Jonesboro. Climbing the ladder.
There
Liz
she is.
Culkin, 2018 U.S. Women's Open champion. Fairly nearby Orlando, depends on the traffic.
You would know.
I drove across state from Melbourne today, and it was great for most of it.
So is that 75? What is straight across? Is that it? 475?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
528 across, then to the 4.
There you go.
Then you hit traffic.
Toll road.
275, yeah.
Jordan back on the left lane, looking for a strike. Knocks it down after going 4-pin ring 10. Left the 2-pin on the right lane. She comes back, packs 10. So again, Dave, I'm looking where she's sliding. 27, 16, all the way 7-8. Heavy ball roll. And the reason why I check where the ladies are sliding is if they're sliding a certain board, their laydown point is going to be 6 right of where their laydown point of where their ankle is sliding. So it gives you where the laydown point is, where they're crossing over the arrows, what kind of angle they're playing.
9th foundation frame. Looks for 4-bagger. Up by 30. Yes! Good pin action, all 10 back. Into the pit for Diana Saviolyova.
Yeah, not a powerful strike here, but definitely just enough to mix it up a little bit. See the head pin bounces off the sidewall, kick on that too. There's that smile Diana's been looking for. Again, momentum, 4 in a row. 136 in the 7th. She can max out for 226, and the best Jordan can shoot is 196. Just a mark to shut her out.
It did. All 10 back. It's a mark, it's a strike. And a win again for Diana Saviolyova. Catching fire here in St. Pete.
Good move by Diana, making that ball change about 4 or 5 frames ago. Didn't like her reaction. Went to a stronger ball. As I said, get the girls further left, further inside. These women moving further deeper. Just going to slow it up in the middle, read in the middle more, and shape up through the pins. Just like that, Dave. That's a great run. What is that, 6 or 7 in a row right now? 6 in a row, again, max out for 226. That's exactly what she's doing. The friendly term is the 6-pack, looking for number 7.
6-pack, 6-bagger?
Yep, there's been some coin phrases.
Like that 6-pack.
You know, ham bone, Yahtzee, 6-pack.
I can't say ham bone.
7 is the train ride.
I can't do that.
I don't know what
Another
11.
guy did that.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Wow. In the groove. And in fact, she does max out with that 226 score. Liz Culkin, one of the hottest bowlers on tour, awaits Saviolyova, who has 3 career titles, but nothing in 2018. This one's been wrapped up for Diana Saviolyova. Born in Latvia, lives in Austin, Texas now. Former Weber International star with her head coach watching. Culkin, the former Nebraska Cornhusker, is next for Diana. Thank you, Liz. Well done. Well, the 2018 season, Shannon is all about the road to Richmond. Shannon O'Keefe, our colleague tonight, tour star like yourself, has a big lead for her first Career Player of the Year award. Stephanie Johnson's had a great season, finalist at the U.S. Open. Diana Saviolyova competing tonight is number 10, and you are?
Here it is. Wait for it. 17, Dave. Yep, right there. Thank you for circling it. I appreciate that. I was 21st coming in, moved up to 17th, and don't forget Marie Jose Rodriguez.
13.
She is 13. She is our co-scorekeeper tonight. Shani has a win, but don't forget she's from Singapore, so I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. That's why she's in the 20th
We thank
position.
Maria tonight. She is working on the TV crew.
Fabulous
After a
score
very interesting
monitor.
week of travel for the Colombian team members to get here. Glad you guys made it. Glad everyone's safe.
All I can
That's all
say
that matters.
is they won a ton of medals. Unfortunately, they didn't get here, but they received their points. They still competed the last 8 games, so we're grateful to have Maria alongside us tonight.
Saviolyova trying to stay in the groove. All 10 back. Great start. That's 8 in a row over the 2 games.
Staying hot right now, staying hot. But you know who else was hot all week long, Dave, was her competitor right now, Liz Colkin, had a high block of 414 over, an average of 251 for that block. Do you know what that means, Dave? That means she only missed about twice a game to have that average. But
wow.
The 24-year-old already has 2 titles under her belt, one being the U.S. Open, all the way from Schenectady, New York.
Just outside Albany, and that's a good-looking shot. 1-3 pocket for Liz Colkin. Great start. First-time member of Team USA. Right from Orlando to the training camp with you, Shannon, and many other great Team USA bowlers in Arlington. Let's go back to Shannon.
Liz is using the same balls that she had used later in the blocks. She's going to move a little bit left, a little further left than maybe she was in qualifying, and just be a little bit softer and a little quicker with her hand at the bottom.
Good notations to have. Thank you so much, Shannon. It's exactly what I thought the other ladies were going to do. Just get a little bit further left, get either slower with their speed or more hand action at the bottom. Jordan, as you see, was heavy-handed. And now Liz, as she struck on the right lane, a little bit slower off her hand, leaves a 3-6-10. The left lane has definitely been the most trickiest for the women tonight.
In a little tourist town.
Yep, yep.
On Lake Huron.
Yep.
Yeah, but I left her.
Undercover takes care of business. Liz told us pre-match that U.S. Women's Open Championship just life-altering. A big party back home in the capital region. She said, well, my mom wanted about 20 people. Ended up about 70 people got there. She showed some great pictures today, holding the trophy with all the family and friends in the Albany area after she won that big event.
Yes, she did. Again, it's supposed to be a small function, turned into a big function.
Something a bit more than that, didn't it? Lots of celebrating. Good looking shot again. Saviolyova. Wow. That's 9 straight over 2 games, Kelly.
Yeah, she's on a roll. She found her momentum. Oh, look who's sitting in the background right there. Rhino Page,
See
one of
Rhino
our
Page,
USBC
that's right.
board member. As you can
Rhino
see,
here.
Diana defeated Verity that 185-168 in the first match. She made a ball change in about frame 4 or 5 of game number 2 for 226 win over Jordan Richard. And she continues her string of strikes right now. Right there.
10 down. 10 straight. Over 2 games for Saviolyova. She is on fire.
Yeah, you can see the break point now is right about board 8-9. She's shifted everything inward to the left, keeping her angles in front of her with a stronger ball. When we say bigger ball out here, we mean a stronger core, stronger cover. That's what our terminology means. And it really slows down the mid portion of the lane. Right now, Diana's got the momentum to her advantage. A little reset there.
I'll try that again. I've been distracted by a fan. Heard a little noise there.
Fans were great all week, Dave. I have to highlight 200 entries in the Pro-Am. I think that's our record by far for the people that came out at 7 o'clock on Thursday night to support us women and have fun alongside us.
Liz Colkin comes in high and leaves a very difficult 4-6-7 split conversion try.
Yeah, and she said so in our previews and our interviews that the last 2 times she's won, she's been in that 5th seed. So she started when the lanes right after practice session, but now she comes in as the top 2 seed. She's got to adjust quicker, get lined up faster, make those 1-3 pocket hits.
Not an easy cover here. 4-7. He's up to 6-10. So an open frame for Liz. Climb the ladder for the win in Orlando. Her first career major. And that's a different mentality, right, in terms of your approach as the 5 or the 2 seed.
Yeah, definitely so. And, you know, she said with the U.S. Open, that green jacket meant so much to her. But definitely a different strategy coming in as the number 2 seed.
Double with this time, 2-8.
Interesting. I wasn't next to Liz much during qualifying or anything else, but it's a ball that she's using right now that I haven't seen her thrown during qualifying or the last 6. So definitely seeing a different picture than what she saw a week. Leaves a 2-8. Hook at it to cover.
2-8. Gets it. Saviolyova, 10 straight strikes. Kelly going back to game 2, the last 3 strikes to seal up that impressive game against Jordan Richard.
Yeah, as I said, the girls are going to have to go to a stronger bowling ball, get further left because they all started deeper than what they did in qualifying. She was looking for that momentum. She's got the light strike. She's got the heavy hit pocket. She's got the ball roll. Right now, she's seeing the lane. The lanes are starting to come to her a little bit more easily. She's definitely in the zone. Will she keep it up? Oh, flat 10 there.
Streak ends at 10. And a 10-pin stands. And Diana told us, Kelly, pre-match, that she is the most experienced bowler on the show. Average age is less than 25. She's 27. Got the 2 majors. And she thought eventually that would pay off. And it really has after a tough start.
It has, yes. And those 2 titles, 2 of those titles being at the USBC Queen, so those are live telecasts. She really enjoys the energy level on the TV shows. She thrives on it.
Strike streak is over, but there's the mark. Doesn't falter and keeps a very solid lead here in match number 3. Daria Payok, top seed, awaits the winner. And Diana told us pre-match about last year's Greater Detroit Open, where it looked like Verity, Daria, and Diana would all make the show. And she was talking about it. Wouldn't it be great if we all were on the Weber International grads, and she didn't make it. This time around, no mention whatsoever of the Weber influence. She didn't want to jinx it. She is just feeling it right now. Another strike. 11 of 12 for Diana Saviolyova. Getting closer to a matchup with former teammate Daria Payok in the championship match.
She has got the look she was waiting to see all night long. Very similar to the one she finished on today. That last game of 6. We bowled 16 games and another 6, 22 total. Liz Culkin still struggling on that right lane. I'm watching the ball go down the lane, and it starts to go, and all of a sudden it looks like what we call the hockey stick, Dave. Almost like somebody just kicks it to the left a little too sharp. She made the move in 2-8 last time. Might have to change her hand coming up, or maybe even change balls just to give her a better shape than what I see of the hockey stick motion right now.
Cover and 3 for the mark. She was in 64th place in Orlando after the opening round of the U.S. Women's Open. Completed an epic climb on the final day and beat Stephanie Johnson, the top seed, 218-196 to capture her first career major. We were there, Kelly, on CBS Sports Network. What emotion for Liz Culkin that night.
Yeah, and going to her Facebook post and everything, I think she took the trophy back home. She slept with it. She went to the bathroom with it. She was so proud of her achievement and what she did. And she's reliving that highlight to give her momentum now. But as I said, Dave, I think a ball change was coming up. And look right now, left lane makes a change.
Got to make something happen right here, right now, and a better looking shot, but a 10-pin stand.
It was the right move to make. As I said, I saw a little bit of that hockey stick reaction as she's deeper. She's right around where Jordan was earlier, maybe right on top of Diana. But again, that 6-pin just wraps itself around the 10-pin.
She got a lot out of the Team USA experience. The mirror drill she mentioned that you know so well was beneficial to her, she said.
Yeah, there's a camera that's facing you, and it's a little bit awkward at first, but it really gives you an idea of the direction of your push away, where the ball is going, where the ball is being released at your ankle. So a very good visual aid.
That helped her a lot. She's going to need some help in the second half of this match against Diana Saviolyova, who is bowling so well. She's got a 37-pin lead in match 3. Diana Saviolyova has now struck in 11 of the last 12 frames over the last 2 games. 37-pin lead on Liz Culkin in match number 3 here from St. Pete. Jordan Richard fell to Diana. She's joined now by Shannon.
Jordan, you are leading the Rookie of the Year race, and you just made your first live TV show. How are you going to take this experience to help bring home that Rookie of the Year title?
Always learn from it, go with your gut, and you just have to make better shots when it matters.
Thank you, Jordan. Back to you, Dave.
Shannon, thanks so much. Jordan, great week. Tremendous bowling to get to her first live TV show, looking for her second career title. As you know, Kelly, very well more than anyone, you can learn a lot from making a show and not winning.
Absolutely, Dave. You know, even though you get there many times, win or lose, you're always walking away with that information, that knowledge to be better the next time. But it is live TV. You give yourself the best opportunity in that moment, and you go with it.
Saviolyova.
Whoops.
Oops.
Cross it over. And a Brooklyn strike.
Oops is right, Dave. Oops.
Okay.
Oops, yes.
She was seeming so confident in that commercial break, just nice, relaxed, and easy going. Not much to say, but exactly what she said. Oops. Miss left. Fortunate enough to carry the Brooklyn strike. Crossover for Diana. 279 pace. 7th frame left lane.
Just to go up by 57
better.
pins. That's better. To be sure, Diana shreds the rack again.
17-18 at the arrows, 8-9 down the lane. Ball still splitting the 8-9. Watch as the ball powerfully rolls through the pins. It's unbelievable. Ball taps out the 8-9. 9-pin gradually falls for that drama moment. Liz Kulkin, she bounced back. Yes, she does. Light pocket hit, and they all fall down. Ball change was the right motion, a little further right, actually a lot further right than Diana. And she's able to crumple all the pins.
Two of her aunts and some cousins here from this part of Florida. I've been watching all week, and they got to see her roll a 300 game. She said it was a huge thrill for the family.
It's nice when you can say with family, you can tell and be more comfortable. They're always more supportive. Nice to go back to a home-cooked meal. But right now in the left lane, Liz Kulkin down by 57. She needed to strike there to have any chance left in this match. Needs to spare it. But definitely down. Plastic ball for the spare, cross lane. We shot a lot of these at camp.
There's the mark. Daria Payo, top seed. Looks for her first win in 2018. Their Detroit Open champ for top rookie on tour a year ago. Another rising star. She's out of Poland. And yet another former Weber International warrior. Saviolyova. There's a 10-pin on a really good shot.
Yeah, no oops on that. Great shot. Ring 10-pin. You can see her angles aren't quite as extreme. Just a little bit late for the 3-pin. Sharper angle on the 6. It goes back and it wraps itself around. 10-pin stands alone. Practice these during the commercial break to make up for the one she missed earlier.
She had struck on 16 of 17. And there's a 10-pin. Looking for some great PWBA gear, visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com.
Bold Fearless is the motto this year for the ladies PWBA Tour. We have some great merchandise and apparel. So a lot of young ladies, future of the sport stars, wearing the apparel during the Pro-Am, even looking like all stars.
$7-10.
Just not enough. Off her hand, it had good direction, but just didn't kind of catch it at the bottom that I thought she had the rotation in similar frames before. And you can see the ball was trying to get there, trying to get there, trying to get there. A little steeper through the front part of the lane, more energy to get back. Pocket weak 7-10 stands alone as the bedpost right there.
Bounce? No.
She tries, but it won't matter. Liz Kolkin, if she strikes out, would be 202. Diana already at 205, so she will go on to face Daria Pajok in that championship match, Dave.
Our odds are pretty good. We have a Weber International final. Pajok already in there as the top seed, and Verity Crawley and Anna Saviolyova trying to climb the ladder to meet Daria. Championship match. 7-10, 7-10. Wow.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know, we said earlier the pattern's 40 feet with a higher volume. But unfortunately, just all the energy getting back was just not enough. But Liz Kolkin, U.S. Open winner, she falls to Diana Saviolyova. But coming up next, Daria Pajok, 2-2-99s this week, will go up against the powerhouse Diana Saviolyova. Weber International coming up.
All right, Kelly, we're getting set up here for the championship match. Pajok, Saviolyova, two former collegiate teammates at Weber International and Babson Park, Florida, not far from where we are here in St. Petersburg. This should be fun.
It should be. As you can see, Diana started out a little slow, 185, but she's progressively getting better. Scores are going up. Lane is coming to her, but she's got to go up against Daria, who's had a record-setting performance here at Seminole Lanes.
Daria Pajok, our top seed.
I looked on one on what I stroked here before.
Rookie of the Year in 2017. Greater Detroit Open champ as well, and a great week with a couple of 299s.
Yeah, as I said, Dave, this is her first TV Finals appearance for this season. However, I got to cross with her, and it was a strike clinic. Watching her bowl, I crossed with Shannon Blahowski as well. In games we shot 190, she was shooting 299, 299, 250s, and so on. Her record-setting pace was impressive to watch, and the fans and audience just lived it up, applauding every single time.
She's getting coaching from her ball reps now. One match to a title for Daria Pajok, the top seed. Diana, Daria, a title at stake. Next. Oh, the scenery, St. Petersburg on Florida's Gulf Coast, nicknamed the Sunshine City for the great weather here and beaches. Other finishers. Kelly Kulick, there she is, number 11. Shannon O'Keefe, number 6, just out of the show by one spot. You see Parkin bowling well this week as well. Tremendous competition.
It is, David. Adding to international flavor, you see Birgit Poplar, all the way from Germany, was in the top 24 overall, came back, making her top 12 appearance as well here at Seminole Lanes. As they hug each other, friends from college, friends off the lanes. Good luck to both.
Is this on?
But Daria's the number 1 seed. Diane coming off that winning momentum. Will it be enough to take over Daria, and will Daria have enough to defeat her friend?
From Pila, Poland, Daria Pajok gets us started. They were collegiate teammates for 2 years at Weber. Opponents tonight. The top seeds, first shot of the show. Good looking ball, 10-pin.
Great shot by Daria. Higher seed. She chose to start in the left lane, so she'll finish the match on the right lane. Again, she's got her pigtails going for her. Great shape through the pins. Leaves the weak 10. Spare ball across lane to catch the spare.
There's 10-pin. A nice smile from Daria. What do you think it's like bowling against a really good friend of yours and collegiate teammate for Daria and Diana tonight?
Well, they were teammates in past, so they know how to bowl well together. But when they're facing each other, it's a different story. You set that likeness aside, and you bowl the pins.
After a rough start. Saviolyova has bowled so well. 10-pin.
Ring 10 for her. Just as deep, not quite as deep as Daria. Really controlling her launch angles through the front, controlling the break point down the lane. Great shape, but leaves that nasty single pin spare, the most common spare for the right-hander.
spare for Diana. The Friday at Seminole Lanes, Corey Krause. The family's been so great to the sport.
Yes, they have, and right beside him is Caitlin. As you know, she worked for the PWBA the first season. They are happily engaged, getting married this October.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, what a sweet story.
She came for the media obligations, and she fell in love. I think it's wonderful.
Gosh.
I can't say enough great things about the Krauses, though. Corey right there, his father Kevin, and then Jerry sneaking his head over there with his wife Joan in the background.
Saviolyova. Great ball reaction with the 1-3 pocket, the fist pump. Perfect shot.
There's his sister to the left of Caitlin.
Let's go back to Shannon O'Keefe.
That she hasn't used all week long. They think that they're a little bit tighter. She's seeing them a little bit tighter down lane than what they saw in qualifying. So she's using a ball that she didn't use all week that's going to come off the spot a little bit more.
Thanks for the heads up, Shannon. A little too much there on the right lane. And as I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that's because the young women started off further inside around 12, 13, 14, 15 because the back end's being so crisp. It appears that the back ends are getting tighter as they get forced further left. She is way deeper on the right lane, 19-20 to 9. She's going to have to get a little bit steeper through the front this way to shape it up if she wants to create the ball to get down the lane more. Almost a Brooklyn strike, leaves the 6-pin. Uh-oh.
Watch it. Whiffs on the 6. And that's a mistake early in our championship match.
Yeah, and she did partake in watching the telecast, where in past experience at the U.S. Open, she did more sideline practicing, getting comfortable with her physical game and her spare shooting. But this time for this show, the #1 seed, she was going to watch how the lanes broke down and how they transitioned and see how she can get ahead rather than be behind.
Top seed all the way through the PTQ. Ringing 10-pin. 41 in the PTQ. 10 spots made it into the main draw for the 24-player elite round field. So if you're outside the way Daria was after the U.S. Open, got to go through the qualifying round. She did. Incredible.
Yeah, Dave, I believe there's maybe 40 signups already next week for Minnesota and over 70 for Columbus, Ohio. So great turnout by the local players. Converts easily. Yep.
Number 27 on the points list after the U.S. Open in Orlando. You got to be in the top 24 to get in that elite tour event. The next, well, 2 after this in the Twin Cities and Columbus. So 3 total, including our event here in St. Pete tonight.
Yeah, and the last one leading up to the road to Richmond, a major.
Saviolyova. All 10 back again. 22-pin lead. There's that trademark fist pump. She has been so confident, Kelly, since about the midway point of her first game tonight.
Yeah, and you can see her singing, relaxing, getting more loose and everything. Again, once she changed balls in that second game against Jordan Richard, it's just been hitting the 1-3 consistently over and over again. Only a couple bad breaks along the way, that pocket 7-10. When the lanes have come to her, she's really seeing she's rolling the ball really well, as she did all weekend.
For the turkey in the 4th frame. Tap on the 10, but it's 10. It's not a pretty good looking shot.
Yeah, she said to herself, good shot. Just not enough love to knock over the 10-pin. Watch the ball. Same break point, really good launch angle. Watch the 6-pin off the sidewall. Gives it a little love tap. But just a hug, not a kiss to knock it over.
The engagement, this romantic theme, I get it. I'm with you.
Yes, indeed. Cross lane for the spare. Extends her lead.
Got that one, no problem.
.14. Missed 3
Good
times
numbers.
a game. And that's not including she's got more games than anyone on the telecast because she bowled the pre-tournament qualifier. Has another 8 games added, so she's bowled 30 games. since Thursday.
Four-pin that time.
Close enough. Steeper through the front. Creates more angle, creates more hold.
Five-time Polish national champ. Great success at Weber, winning national championships. For Randy Stoughton, who's here. He's happy regardless tonight.
Yes, he is.
Former players going to be a champ. Four-pin knockdown.
Yeah, the drive back will be pleasant.
There's Rhino Page. Great to see him, as we mentioned earlier. USBC board member, 2017 U.S. Open champ up in Syracuse, New York. Last Halloween.
Yep, there's Jerry Krause right behind him. And Tennille Milligan, our tournament director, her daughter Abby is sitting right beside Rhino.
That's awesome.
That's a future star right there.
No question. Rhino, six-time champ on the men's tour. Crossing over, and the six-pin stands for Payok.
Yeah, his ball is really responsive off the spot there, so she's going to have to get even steeper through the front. Look, she's already at 22 at the arrows, right around board 9 there. You see the circumference of the ball there, but it really angles off the spot so much. Just not enough hold. A little longer and later than what she's had most of the weekend.
She's got her mark. She called the first half of the season disappointing, just not what she thought. And she dialed way back on her practice routine. And she slept in.
Yeah,
she got a cat. She got a new car.
She got a new car.
Treated herself, pampered herself a little bit.
She went back, she reflected though also on past notes and watched videos of her game. And as you said, Dave, she just simplified things, going back to her roots and her strengths.
Saviolyova.
Okay.
Also great. Last month of this season, on the road to Richmond, wrap up the PWBA Tour season.
Yeah, 4-7 right there. I don't know if there's going to be too much of an effect, but as Diana continues to move left or inside, she's going to start getting into Daria's track. So might see a little bit of different ball motion, kind of a little swirliness as we call it occasionally. But right now she's still controlling the 1-3, 4-7. She leaves, stands up, looking for that spare in the 5th frame.
4-7 down for Saviolyova. Has a healthy lead at the midway point of the championship match. The 5th seed trying for another win. This time a tour title at stake.
Looking to get back on the strike train here in the 6th frame and extend her lead.
Not this time, 7 down.
No, a little bit of energy right there, a little bit firmer, I should say, with her legs out of the gate. And you can definitely see she accelerated at the bottom, shoots way right, all the way 5, when before she's really 4 or 5 further inside over there. Catches a good break though, leaves the 2-4-5. So after going 4-7, might have made an adjustment at the bottom of her swing. Shoots through it, but again, 2-4-5 stands, spare ball. Looking to knock over 3 more.
Has the mark and stays clean. And an 18-pin lead for the championship match in St. Petersburg, Florida tonight. Getting set, second half of the championship match from here in St. Petersburg tonight. Daria Payok, our top seed, against a very good friend, former collegiate teammate, Diana Saviolyova. In the title tilt. And how relaxed are they? They just took a picture. Verity Crawley said, hey, come over, guys, take a picture. The opponents during the match. I mean, a lot of friends here.
Yes, they are.
All business right now, though. Payok back to the lanes and 10 back, big strike. That's what you needed.
Yeah, she said the commercial break, she's 1 shot away from getting back in this match. And clearly right there, Dave. Look so far, 19-20 to 9. Great shot, packs 10. Ball runs over the 8-pin to blitz 8-9. Legend and Heroes is her strike song, one of my favorites too. But the key is, can she get this left lane? Right here is where she needs to get lined up. She will finish the match on the right lane. but still a key factor of looking for the double in frame number 7.
Big shot. Right up to 8. Almost at a 7-10, just the 10 stands. Now it could have been a lot worse.
Yes, it could. Sliding 32-33 at the foul line. 21 way down to 8-9, about 48 feet. He's trying to get back 49 feet, almost a weak 7-10. She liked it. Kicks out the 7, but still leaves a 10 standing.
Wow. A whiff on the 10. That is a huge miss. And just like that, the lead expands to 30 pins for Saviolyova on the bench. That's got to put her in a great frame of mind here. Heading to her 7th frame, works on a spare.
Yeah, lots of 9 counts for Daria, but unfortunately able to convert on 2 of them, leaving 2 open frames. Diana 9 for 20 on the right lane. She'll advance her lead with a strike here.
She liked it. Bring it 10 pin.
Bless you.
Kind to the fan. That's what happened though with this pattern though. Again, the young women did not get this deep as fast, but they're deeper tonight, so they're creating hole by being steeper through the front. The longer the ball travels down the lane, the more energy it needs to come back, and that 10 pin stands alone again. But Diana converts it. No problem, extends her lead even more over Daria, 29-pin lead. As the bowlers and the players, the further inside we move, that means, again, the ball has a longer amount of time to recover back to the pocket. So what that means is the hand has to be more aggressive at the bottom of the swing, create a little bit more axis rotation for it to be harder off the spot, and again, really drive through the pins to knock down all 10. Will she do it in frame number 8? Just not enough right there. 2-8 stands alone for Diana. She made the move left, but again, as it's traveling down the lane, it needs more energy to get back. You see the pin, the white pin stands up. It's getting taller right there, but watch as the energy just kind of depletes itself as the 6 pin. It gets there. Light
doesn't
hit.
Explode to that pocket.
Doesn't
later.
explode, exactly.
Double
and
wood.
Light hit leaves a 2-8.
Yeah.
But she
The
still has a
energy
great lead.
Not the energy she wanted, but this advantage she's enjoying now. Can afford that. 2-8. Double wood and knocks it down. Stays clean. Latter stage of the championship match, inching closer to a title.
Down by 27. Dario struck last time.
After Orlando, Daria started a new diet. Lost a little weight, feels great about it. All part of the reset after what she thought was a really frustrating first part of the year.
Got a push. Does not. 6 pin. Funny because Daria really worked on kind of slowing her ball speed down. She was very good at amping it up. But again, she gets it through 20, but she closes off the angle. Doesn't get as far right down the lane. And crosses over. She wasn't sure about the ball really during the commercial and kind of went over to her boyfriend, talked about it a little bit. She thinks she could get there. She might need something even more just to get the ball down the lane. 6 pin, makes it this time.
Open frame this time around. There's that big smile, but foundation frame time now. She's in trouble.
Yeah, 194 if she maxes out. Her pace was obviously 250 last night as she averaged 220 or 230 this morning. She needs to strike right here to give herself a chance to stay in the match.
Can't quite manage it. 10 pin stands. Again, just not getting that explosive ball reaction in the 1-3 pocket. You hear it the way the pins when they get struck by the ball. It's just not happening.
Yeah, you know, as players, we think 10 frames is a lot, but sometimes it's just not enough. We wish we had about 4 or 5 more.
gets this one. Start your morning right with a healthy serving of sports, from recapping last night's action to breaking down the top stories of the day. The boys have you covered. Catch Boomer and Gio weekday mornings starting at 6 o'clock right here on CBS Sports Network. Great shot, all 10 back. Saviolyova has found the right gear in St. Pete here tonight. Long forgotten the rough start to her first game. And she is closing in on a championship. Needs a good count. Has 8 and has the championship. She has wrapped it up here tonight in St. Petersburg, Florida. Saviolyova will win for the first time in 2018, and she takes it against her former collegiate teammate in Daria Payot. Covers the 6'10". BPAA moment of the match. Getting hot. That was the story for Saviolyova. After that rough start, Kelly, we talked about, she really found her gear.
Yeah, she made the ball change at the right moment. Through the last 7 in match number 2, continued that streak. Starting out match number 3, and she never looked back. She did exactly what she needed to do. Controlling the pocket, and as you see right here, she is our St. Pete Clearwater 2018 PWBA champion.
For Saviolyova from Austin, Texas, originally from Latvia. Look at that, climbs the ladder, beat Crawley, Richard, Kulkin, the U.S. Women's Open champ, and the top seed, Daria Payot. 201-158 in the championship match. Shannon O'Keefe. Trophy time with Justin Martinez, key account manager for PepsiCo, and our winner tonight, Shannon.
Diana, on behalf of Pepsi, congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Diana, congratulations on your victory. Who would you like to thank?
Oh my goodness, so many people I have to thank, but of course I have to thank my main sponsors, Columbia 300 and the entire EBRA International, for being the best brands in the world. Of course, High Five Turbo Bowler X for providing you the best stuff ever. Of course, I would like to thank the Pepsi, Seminole Lanes, and St. Petersburg Clearwater Sports and Events, Nationwide, Kulick, AMF, Go Bowling, USBC, BPAA, all my friends and family, and I have my coach Randy here as well, and just I want to thank everybody, all the fans that came out, and everybody who's watching, and just thank you everyone.
Well, it was a pretty awesome feat to watch you climb this ladder today.
Yeah.
We were just on like a 4-week break, and I know the first part of this season was very disappointing for you.
Yes.
What did you key on over that break in order for you to be standing next to me holding that trophy today?
I was actually struggling with my physical game throughout the whole season, and the entire July we had off. So I put so much work to actually work on my footwork and get my swing in line, and it paid off. And I'm speechless because it just feels amazing, because this whole season was very like rough, but dream came true today. So.
Well, you're headed back to Richmond. Congratulations, Diana.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations to Diana Saviolyova, winner of the 2018 Pepsi PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. Be sure to join us on CBS Sports Network next Saturday at 5 Eastern for the BowlerX.com PWBA